Hello everybody and welcome to Mereway Fire Station. As you can see, that's how quickly our fire crews respond to a 999 call and get out to rescue somebody, and they're on their way now. You might need to make a 999 call if you have a real emergency. So I'm going to talk you through what happens if you need to make that call. Once you speak to the BT operator, they will put you through to whichever service you need. So they'll ask you if you need fire, police or ambulance. And today we're going to talk about what happens when you go through to our control operators in fire control. They're based in Daventry and they still have 4 shifts, red, blue, green and white. But they work a slightly different shift. They do 7 in the morning till 7 at night, or 7 at night until 7 in the morning. And they take all our fire control calls. If, when you ring them, you can speak clearly and concisely, it will help them enormously, as will having your address and postcode. If you don't know what your address and postcode is, that could be your little bit of homework for today, to try and find out where you live and what your postcode is. If you don't know where you are, our control operators might be able to help you. Now today we're at Mereway and this is what a map of Mereway looks like. And on there you can see that it's got our postcode. If you didn't know where you were, your control operator might ask you, what do you think's around? What landmarks are around us? So for today at Mereway you could say Abbeyfield School, the big Tesco's on the roundabout, or you might be able to say Goals, or you might be able to say the ambulance station near the big roundabout. All of those are clues to our control operators to working out where you might be. So there is also an app called What 3 Words. Now this is something you'll have to download, but maybe you need to speak to a grown-up or the adult that pays your bill on this about whether or not you can download it. But it helps locate where you are just by pinging on your phone. So Mereway's words are spoon, title and sends. They're funny words, aren't they? But that will help our control operators know exactly where you might be. Now this might have helped with an underground rescue that we had to do a little while ago. Some boys had gone into a sewer and had got trapped underground. And when they rang our control room for help, we couldn't locate them using our normal sources because the masts with their phones on wasn't working properly. Our control operator had to stay on the line for a very long time, near enough 2.5 hours, but she had to locate them by them tapping on the pipes and going to the nearest grates, and our control operators using a 4G mast. Luckily, they all got out safely, but that just goes to show how brilliant our control operators are, because they've got lots and lots of different techniques that they can use to help get you rescued. As part of your fire escape plan, you might have had to work out what to do if the doors were locked when you needed to get out. It's a good idea, if you haven't had that little chat about your fire escape plan, to do it today, and to also include where the keys might be kept, so that if you got to a door that was locked, you'd know how to get out of there as part of your fire escape plan. Now another type of call I need to speak to you about is a hoax call. Another word for it could be fake, prank, malicious, but they all mean the same thing. It's when somebody calls 999 but they don't really need the emergency services. They've just made it up. It is a criminal offence, and the problem for us as a fire service is that we have to go and investigate every call that we get. So if we're at a fake call and a real fire call came in, we're not helping those people in real danger, and that could have terrible consequences. So all fake calls are bad. Now, when I spoke to you last time, I said it's really important that you've checked your smoke alarm. So hopefully you have done that as part of Test It Tuesday. If you haven't, today's a reminder to go and test your fire alarm or smoke detector or whatever you want to call it. So if you didn't do it last time, now's your chance to do it. And last time I spoke to you, I said to you we were looking forward to seeing some of your colourings that you'd sent in. And we've got lots. I've picked a few, so I'm going to show you some of the ones that we've had sent in to us. This is a beautiful drawing from Hannah, and she's 8. So thank you for sending that in, Hannah. Zachary, who's 7, didn't want to do a colouring, so he did some Lego for us. So thank you, Zachary, that's great, and they all look really fantastic. Amelia has drawn somebody with a fire engine putting a fire out. She's 7, so thank you, Amelia. Jonah, who is 4, has drawn us a brilliant fire engine and some firefighters, so thank you, Jonah. Darcy, who is 5, has also done us a firefighter with his fire engine. And I'm just going to remind you that we do still have our colouring competition running. So if you'd like to send us some of your photos, when Jo does her talk next week, she can just show some more photos, some more pictures that you've drawn as well. And just before I go, I would like to do some shout outs. So thank you for sending your shout outs in. If you'd like to send some more in this week, Jo can shout them out next week when she does hers. But today we'd like to do shout outs for Nick, for Connor, Frankie, Lisa, Ollie and William, Graham, Kate, Ellie and Hayden, Tracy, Katie and Alfie. I'm going to have to read these ones. Jemima, Seffi, Jensen, B and Griffin. So thank you all again for watching, and Jo will be back next week from a different fire station with a different topic. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to send your shout outs and your pictures in to us. Our email addresses will be on the screen.